No.
Oh.
I did this late.
Oh. Usually he does that for the beginning. So welcome to another edition. This is our last pumpkin edition. So we're going to make pumpkin spice granola tonight. It'll be our last episode. Oh, what happened there, Drew? We're still rolling?
Oh man, I unplugged something.
Yeah, you tripped on the cord over there.
Where's the cord?
That cord, right there. Now I don't even know where to look. Is it still rolling?
I don't know.
Let us know if we're still rolling. Drew tripped over a cord. We're not sure. Are we still rolling? Oh!
I don't know. Hey guys. We're
Technical difficulties.
having some technical difficulties, but...
Drew and his big feet tripped over the cord.
Oh, there's one.
It clicked off.
That one's working.
Yeah, but that one up there clicked off. I'll talk to you guys from this camera. Drew, I don't know what happened. Drew got up to get something and tripped on the cord, and then our DSLR camera turned off. So he's working on that right now. But I'll just talk to you guys from this camera. I'll try not to get so close so that my head doesn't get cut off. I hear all kinds of comments going on there. I can't check them right now, and Drew's tied up trying to fix that camera. So, hello if you're in here. Thanks for joining us, and thank you for your patience as we fix this little technical difficulty. Who do we got, Drew?
I am doing something right here.
Oh, he's not looking to see who's in here. Welcome if you are in here. Just give us a couple minutes here. We'll let more people tune in, and we'll give Drew a chance to fix the camera. What's going on, Drew?
I don't know.
Alright, well, I'm going to keep rolling.
Yeah, this one here works.
I'm going to keep rolling with this camera. It's not the best camera, but lighting-wise, the DSLR camera is a lot better, but for the time being, we can use this webcam here to get the show rolling. Tonight we are making pumpkin spice granola. Super simple. It's not going to take us long at all. So if you're subscribed to Cooking with Dorothy, you would have got this recipe already so that you can make it along with us. If you're not subscribed to Cooking with Dorothy, you're going to want to do so that you get updates on what we are making for the show. You can get the recipe beforehand to go out and buy your groceries so that you can cook along with us at home. Or you can watch the show and cook your recipe or bake your recipe after. Also, another perk to be subscribed to Cooking with Dorothy is that at the end of the show, Drew uploads the videos and emails them out. So if you miss the show, you can always get it through email, or if you want to go back and look at other things that you missed or things you want to rewatch for the show, you will have the ability to do that. And then the third perk to being subscribed is that we enter your name into draws. If we have draws on the show,
hey,
you'll be entered. Yay! I'll just finish up that little tidbit. The third perk to being subscribed to Cooking with Dorothy is that when you're subscribed, we can enter you into our draws. So if you're not subscribed to Cooking with Dorothy, then you're going to want to do that. When Drew gets all settled here, he'll put a link for Cooking with Dorothy in the comments so that you can subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So that was a lot of confusion to begin our show with the technical difficulties, but I think it's nice for you at home to see what all goes into setting up a show. Usually takes us about an hour, half hour to an hour to set up a show with all the cameras, the lights, the cords, the materials for the recipe. So I think it's neat that you guys at home get to experience what it's like sometimes behind the scenes when something goes wrong. So thank you, Drew, for fixing that. Drew's always behind the camera here as our producer, answering comments and reading comments out loud. So feel free, if you're tuning in here, to say hi. We like to know who's here with us, who's cooking along or baking along with us. So Drew, who do we got?
Suzanne.
Hey, Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne. Thanks, guys, for your patience and letting me catch up here. We have Vanda's in here.
Hey, Vanda, so happy you're back and tuning into our shows again.
We have Kayla.
Hey, Kayla.
Kayla says, hello, gorgeous. Hope you guys are doing well.
Aw, thanks, Kayla. Hope you're well, too.
I think she was talking to me, actually.
I don't think so. You're talking to me, right, Kayla?
Marcel says you're frozen, but I can hear you. No picture but sound. All right, guys, we got that worked out.
Are we all worked out now? If you're still having issues, let us know.
I think that was before Marcel says, "Hey."
Hey, Marcel.
Gotcha.
How's your eyeball going, Marcel?
How's your eyeball, Marcel?
Oh, remember he had a problem with his eye.
And we got Chantel's in here.
Hey, Chantel. We'll be seeing you tomorrow, Chantel.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait.
Hilda's in here.
Hey, Hilda.
We have Vanda says granola, pumpkin granola, yum.
Vanda, this should have been called Cooking with Dorothy Vanda Style.
Oh.
If you don't know Vanda, then we'll fill you in. Vanda is the pumpkin queen. So Vanda likes fall, and Vanda likes pumpkins. So the fall is Vanda's season. I think Vanda likes everything pumpkin spice. Hey, Vanda? If it's got pumpkin in it, Vanda's in love. So I hope you had a chance to try some of our pumpkin recipes, Vanda. If not, we got a ton for you. We have our 10 quick and healthy pumpkin recipes as a PDF, as a download. So if you haven't had a chance to download that yet, we've got 10 recipes for you for free, and all to do with pumpkins. So that's what inspired us for this series of Cooking with Dorothy. We've done blueberry pumpkin muffins, we've done pumpkin cookies, last week we did a breakfast as well. We did pumpkin oatmeal. What else have we done, Drew?
I am not listening to you.
Oh.
There's too much going on here.
Anyway, this is our 6th pumpkin recipe that we're doing tonight. And if you want all 10 pumpkin recipes, you can download the free PDF.
Maybe you should tell them about our Christmas one that you have in store.
So, our next PDF, free downloadable PDF, is going to be 10 Christmas recipes. If you've been following our Facebook pages the last couple of days, you'll have noticed that Drew and I have been in the kitchen whipping up some new Christmas recipes because our event is tomorrow night. So there's still time to join us tomorrow evening from 7 to 9 at the CLC here in Olds. We're going to be whipping up all kinds of healthy Christmas recipes. And Drew and I last night we made peanut butter balls dipped in raw chocolate. They are amazing, so yummy. But we made Rudolph peanut butter cookies. That was fun, wasn't it, Drew?
Yeah, that was awesome.
And we made candy cane chocolate pretzels last night. Did I miss one, Drew? Or was that? I thought we made something else last night.
Smoothie?
Oh, no. This morning we made a Christmas cranberry smoothie. That one is delicious. If you want to know what Christmas in a cup tastes like, this is the one. And then we also prepared this morning chocolate, I have to think of it, chocolate candy cane cupcakes. Oh my, they're like melting in your mouth good. So tomorrow night, if you're available and you're free, come on down to the CLC here in Olds and join us for our Christmas baking event, 7 to 9 p.m.
I got a couple comments here.
Yay!
Marcel says his eye is much better.
Oh, good.
Glad I can see you tonight. And then we have Vanda's in here. We also have Christina in here on Instagram.
Hey, Christina.
Vanda says, yes, as long as it's healthy, none of that packaged stuff they come out with, though. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
Vanda.
right, Vanda.
And then Chantel says, reindeer cookies.
Reindeer cookies, yeah, Rudolph reindeer cookies. Well, it's funny because at first I was calling them reindeer cookies, but then I told Drew tonight when we were sitting having a tea, and I said, I think they should be called Rudolph cookies because they have a red nose. So we might be doing a little name change on that one, Chantel.
All right, let's get this recipe rocking.
Let's get rocking. All right. So it's really not going to take long, you guys. The first thing you're going to want to do is preheat the oven. With granola, we want to cook it on low. And the key to granola is low and slow. So that's how we cook granola. So I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 275 here. And if you're at home and you're going to make it along with us, then you can do that as well. So you don't want to put your oven too high at 350 because it's going to
burn.
Drew had to jump in there because Drew's not, I don't know how to say this nicely, Drew, but you're not always patient when I cook the granola because I'm more patient than Drew. Let's just say that. Just like the quinoa, same rule applies when you cook quinoa. You have to cook it on low and you have to cook it slow. If you try to cook it too fast, then it's crunchy and it doesn't taste so nice. It's not fluffy. So Drew burns quinoa as well. Anyway, so stick to that motto when you're making granola is on low and slow. So it's going to take about an hour altogether to cook. Every 20 minutes you're going to flip it, to stir it around a bit and get the chunks out. You'll want to make sure as well, we'll get into this I suppose when I put in the tray, but you'll want to make sure as well that you have a big enough tray so it's not stacked right high. You want a nice thin layer of granola. So let's get started here. I have 6 cups. I'm doubling the recipe that we've posted in the PDF. So in the free downloadable 10 quick healthy pumpkin recipes, it's there, but I'm doubling that recipe here tonight. So we have 6 cups of oats, and then you want to find a nice raw sugar, like a coconut sugar. And for every cup of oats you put a tablespoon of raw sugar. That makes it crunchy. So a lot of people say, how come my granola is like mushy and it's not crunchy? The sugar helps make it crunchy. So you want to stay away from cane sugars or other refined sugars, like white refined sugar, cane sugars. Those sugars are highly processed. We want to find a dark, raw sugar. Coconut sugar is a really good one. You'll notice because it's dark brown. Whenever I say brown sugar, people immediately think of that traditional brown sugar that's beside the white refined sugar in the baking aisle, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about an unprocessed brown sugar, like raw coconut sugar, for example. So the darker the sugar, the less processed it is. The closer to white it is, the more processed it is. Just a little tidbit there. So there we have, I've already put the coconut sugar in here, so I just make sure it's nice and mixed.
Ambi's over here on Instagram.
Hey, Ambi! We'll be seeing Ambi tomorrow night, too, at the Christmas baking event. Can't wait. So other than that, granola is so simple, so quick to mix up. Does take some time in the oven, but it's so worth it. So we have a half a cup here of maple syrup. The recipe calls for coconut oil, but I'm going to switch it tonight, and I'm going to use not maple syrup. I'm going to use applesauce, so I have a cup of applesauce instead of coconut oil. So you can interchange oil and applesauce. So I'm going to throw that in there.
Ambi says, hey guys, so excited to see you both. We're excited to see you too, Ambi.
We're excited too, Ambi. So I've already pre-measured it. It's a half a cup. So our granola recipes are super simple because it's half a cup of your sweetener, half a cup of your oil or applesauce, and then a half a cup of your peanut butter or your pumpkin or whatever the essence of your granola is. So we have the apple spice one, the pumpkin spice, and then we have our peanut butter one. So it's half a cup, half a cup, half a cup, which is super easy to remember when you're measuring. And then this is our pumpkin. We had some pumpkins from Halloween left over. So what we do is we throw the whole pumpkin in the oven to roast. So we put the oven on at 350. We just throw the whole pumpkin in there to cook. And once you can stick a fork through it, once it's nice and tender, we take it off. It cools. Then we take not the trunk off. What do you call that stemmy thing?
The stem.
The stem. What do you call that stemmy thing? Then you cut around the stem, take the stem off, and take the guts out of the pumpkin. And then what we do is we peel, like take the peel off. We just throw it in our blender. And so this is real pumpkin, not pumpkin from a can. No harm to use pumpkin from a can. That's perfectly fine. Just make sure that if you're using pumpkin from a can, that you are making sure that it's just pumpkin in the ingredients, because there's also pumpkin pie filling, which you want to stay away from because it's not real pumpkin. They add a whole bunch of things to it to make it taste sugary and pumpkin-y. So you'll want just natural pumpkin. Pumpkin's great for digestion, has lots of fiber, so it helps us digest our food. It's great for our immune system. Also, pumpkin is great for heart health as well. So it's really something that we should consider consuming year-round. A lot of times we have our pumpkin season, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then once that's over, we don't consume pumpkin anymore. But it's really something that we should consider consuming throughout the whole year because of all of the amazing health benefits. So half a cup of maple syrup, half a cup of applesauce, and now we're going to throw in a half a cup of pumpkin. So I'll just measure that out here.
There are some comments coming in here.
All right, what do we got?
Louise says caramelized, not burned.
That's very positive thinking, Louise. I like it.
Louise says, I made caramelized oatmeal chocolate chip cookies last night.
I like that, Louise.
I like your moves, Louise. We're on the same page. Suzanne says, I wish I could go too to our event. Suzanne, we wish you could come too.
Yeah, but we will be putting, I know it's not the same, but we will be putting together a PDF of 10 recipes from the event. And not all of the recipes in our PDF we'll be making at the event, but we'll be putting together a booklet like we did for the pumpkin recipes for Christmas. So you'll have 10 quick, healthy Christmas recipes as well.
We got Mike in here. He says, already looks and sounds delicious. And
Thank you.
We have Ambi over here on Instagram. She says, I give my dog pumpkin when he has an upset tummy. Works wonders.
That's awesome.
We got Dave in here on Instagram too.
Hey, Dave.
Dave Ermida.
Okay, Dave, I have to tell you something. So I'm always having trouble with Dave's last name because I want to say it the wrong way, and then I don't know when it is the right way. So I said to Drew the other day, I said, I know what I'm going to do. I want a picture in the middle of your name, me, like M-E instead of M-I, and then I'll never say it wrong. Ermida, because I was always saying, Drew, is it Ermida or Ermida? I never knew which was right and which was wrong.
Ermida.
So now I just picture a big M and an E in the middle and never get it wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so I'm going to add the pumpkin pie spice. The recipe says 1 teaspoon, but I'm going to put 2 in here because I doubled the recipe. Pumpkin pie spice is just a blend of cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and clove. So if you're unable to find pumpkin pie spice, you can just use a mixture of cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and clove. That'll give you the same result there.
And Dave says, her, me, da. Yes, she could only remember that.
Me.
Yes.
M-E in the middle.
That's right.
Me. M-E.
There's no I in team. That's what you could have said to Curse. You could have said there's no I in team, but there's a me and Ermida. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That's just the inside joke team.
A baseball. I almost said a basketball joke.
Yeah, Dave and I played college baseball together, so that's what's going on there.
In other words, they got in lots of trouble together.
That is not true.
Okay, I'm going to throw in the pumpkin maple syrup applesauce mixture into here. I feel like I have too much, so I'm just going to mix about half first. See where I'm at. The pumpkin, the pumpkin that I blended up is a little bit more liquidy than pumpkin from a can, so I just want to make sure I don't have it too liquidy. If it's too liquidy, that could be another reason that your granola isn't crunchy. But I think we're good. So you'll want to just keep mixing, making sure you're bringing that bottom to the top. Another reason Drew has trouble with granola.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The mixing part.
I don't have a problem mixing. You have a problem with what I mix with. That's the problem.
What do you mix with? Oh, a spoon.
I mix with a spoon sometimes. Yeah, Dorothy doesn't like to.
Basically, when Drew is baking or doing things in the kitchen, I have to leave.
Can you guys hit the heart button? Because I'm wondering if it's broken. It shows we only had 10.
10 hearts.
And before, we had like 300 when we first started, so.
Oh, we did?
I think they like broke. You think you guys broke the heart button?
Chantel is the queen of hearts. Chantel, you always give us lots of hearts. I'm getting a little bit messy here, as you can see. So you can see you're getting a arm workout as you're mixing. Because it takes a lot of mixing, especially when it's a double batch, because you want to make sure you keep bringing up the stuff from the bottom, the dry stuff on the bottom, to the top. And sometimes I don't throw all of the liquid in. Messy hands. All of the liquid in all at once, because I want to make sure I mix it up nice and evenly, so the bottom and the top get moist or get some of that liquid. But we're almost there, team. Let us know if you've tuned into, maybe not all, but more than a. Let me try again. If you tuned into a few pumpkin recipes, let us know which one is your favorite in the comments, or let us know which ones you've tried. Chantal, you tried the pumpkin protein balls, and I know you tried the cookies, I think, or maybe it was the muffins. Let us know in the comments what you've tried out of our pumpkin PDF. So if you've downloaded the 10 quick healthy pumpkin recipe PDF, let us know which ones you've tried. We'd love to know your thoughts, your comments. We're always looking to improve, so if you have improvements too, let us know.
They said the hearts are flying in. I don't see it on my program, so I'm logging into our page here. Chantel says, I see the hearts flying in. It's not just me.
So I lost some oats here. So you don't see the hearts, Drew. Is that what you're saying?
Not right now. This program stopped working.
Oh.
Just the hearts part.
Just the hearts part?
Hilda says the hearts are flying. Jenny Fleet. What's up, Jenny?
Hey, Jenny.
Got a little heart from Jenny.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for doing the online, too. I'm not sure what that means, Suzanne, but you're welcome.
Alright, so we're ready to put the granola into the pan. I've greased it with coconut oil, so make sure you put a nice layer of coconut oil on your pan. And then, like I said in the beginning, make sure the pan is nice and big, because if the pan is a smaller one and the granola is stacked high, it's not going to cook properly. So you want to have a nice big pan and make sure that it's a thinner layer of granola. So you'll see what I mean when I spread this into the pan here.
Ooh, look at all these hearts. That looks awesome.
That's better?
Well, I pulled it up on, now we're at 2,600 hearts.
Oh, that's better, guys.
Now I can see. Oh my gosh. That's fun to watch.
Oh, they're just flying in the air, you mean?
Amby says, I'm out of here. See you tomorrow.
See ya, Amby.
See you, Amby. And Louise says, I still haven't tried any of the pumpkin recipes. Louise! I am shocked and appalled. We have to try some caramelized pumpkin recipes.
What happened, Louise, with your caramelized cookies? Did you forget about them? Oven too high?
Chantel says your pumpkin recipes are the best. My favorite pumpkin recipe is the blueberry muffins.
Ooh, I made that for a friend for her birthday, and she loved them.
Oh yeah, we actually had some people email those recipes in and post on the CTP group as well. So that pumpkin recipe went over so well. And to be honest with you, when you first were like pumpkin blueberry, I was like, oh boy. Pumpkin and blueberries.
Sure didn't think it was a good idea, but it was always one of my favorite muffins. It was pumpkin blueberry. He was like, I don't know about this, and he wasn't so sure, but I'm like, I'm making it anyway. And if you don't like it, then I'll put chocolate chips in yours, is what I said to him. But you ended up liking the blueberries better, I think, than the chocolate chips.
Yeah, they were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Benda says, I especially love warm pumpkin oatmeal and granola.
Ooh, yes. The warm pumpkin oatmeal is very good. Did any of you guys try that one from last week? That's a good one. We had it for supper last week.
Louise says, I heard the timer go off. It stopped and I forgot to take them out right away.
Yeah.
That's a problem, Louise. You gotta take action right away. I'm just kidding. I'm not anyone to give baking tips. We're over 3,000 hearts though.
Woohoo!
Booyah!
So the granola is ready to pop in the oven here. So you just want, like I said, you want to make sure it's a thinner layer and not filled up to the top. And then you're going to put it in for 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes. When it's time to stir, you're going to make sure that you bring it up from the bottom, bring it in from the sides. And I like to use the side of my spatula and get all of the chunks out. So if you don't stir it, that's going to be a problem as well, because the bottom's going to brown and the top's not going to cook very well. I'm just going to get the batch that I made earlier today to show you how nice and crunchy it is.
We got Cassandra on here from Instagram, and she says her arms are ripped.
All right, and let me grab.
We just lost our host. She is out of the picture, out of the camera. You guys want me to jump up there?
No, you have to do the song like when you step away from the set.
Oh my gosh. Make it stop. We got Janice in here. She said hi, Drew and Dorothy.
Hey, Janice.
Hi, Janice. And Vanda says, I plan to bake up a storm as soon as I get back into my own home in December.
Nice, Vanda. So this is a batch that is already cooked. Can I put it up to the camera, Drew?
Oh, yeah. Let me pull. Yep.
And you can see it's nice and crunchy. It's not clumpy, all right? You'll know that there was too much liquid if it comes out clumpy and not crunchy. So you can see, whoa, I hit the counter a little bit there. Drew's going to steal that. But this one I made earlier today, and it's nice and chunky, or nice and crunchy, not chunky or clumpy. So we put it in like this, and let's do a trivia question. We put it in like this, and then we add the nuts and the seeds after. Why do we do that? Let us know in the comments. Little trivia question. Why don't we put the nuts and seeds in front now? I'm going to go ahead and put that in.
Janice says that looks and sounds amazing.
Thank you, Janice.
So good, Janice. Except you would have to eat that uncooked, I think, Janice. Right?
Oh, for raw.
How would you eat that, Janice?
Yeah, tell us about raw granola. How does that work?
And
I'm sure there's a way.
Yeah, what else?
Did anyone answer my trivia question?
Not yet.
Why do we add the nuts and seeds after it's cooked when it's cooled down? So once it's cooled down, we'll add the nuts and seeds. But why?
Those of you guys that are on Instagram, we have 2 other cameras, so that's why Dorothy was showing the granola in front of the camera.
Can I show this way?
Yeah. Don't dump it on the computer.
I won't feed the computer. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay. That's enough.
Nobody answered my trivia question?
Yeah, we got Vanda.
That was a really good trivia question.
Vanda said keep the nutrients in the nuts by not baking them.
That's right. So when we are buying nuts and seeds, we want to make sure that we're buying raw nuts and seeds, because then all of their nutrients are intact, and also it's better for digestion when they're raw. So you want to buy them raw, and then you want to store them in the fridge, because if we put raw nuts and seeds in the cupboard, then they're going to, what's that word, Drew? Not ferment. That's the word I'm looking for. They're going to go bad. There's a word for that.
Go rancid?
That's it. That's the word. So if we put raw nuts and seeds in the cupboard, then they'll go rancid and they'll lose their nutritional value. So keep your raw nuts and seeds in the fridge. And then, like Ben said, if we bake them, then the heat is going to destroy all the nutrients as well. So we want to add the nuts and the seeds after. You can also add dried fruit as well to your granola if that's something you would like. Just make sure you're buying now I lost the other word.
Without nitrates, maybe?
Without sulfates.
Sulfates.
Make sure when you buy your dried fruit that it doesn't have sulfates in it. Okay, because your dried fruit should actually be like a brown color. Like apricots, for example, are a light brown color, like almost a caramelly kind of color. They're not bright orange. Same as dried pineapple. It's like brownish. It's not bright yellow. And, I mean, raisins are brown anyway. But they actually put chemicals into the dried fruit to make it keep its color. But when it's sun-dried and it's natural, it should have one ingredient on the list, and that is the fruit. And then it should be nice and sun-dried, so it's actually brown.
Vanda says I sprout my pumpkin seeds too, so they're easier to digest.
That's a great idea, Vanda, to sprout them. Because it's crazy. Sprouting adds so much nutrients. And that's why we always suggest finding, if you're going to consume bread, to find a nice sprouted grain bread, because then it's so much easier on our body to digest. And we're getting all these bunch of nutrients as well.
Louise says I keep my nuts and seeds in the freezer.
Ooh, great idea, Vanda.
Louise.
Sorry, Louise.
And you know what? Especially if you have ground, like we have ground chia, for example, or ground flax, that definitely needs to be in the freezer because the healthy fats are exposed.
Right.
So they need to be stored in a cold area.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that.
We're at 3,900 hearts. Let's get to 4,000. What's up? We're almost out of here. We should wrap things up.
Yeah, that was a really quick and easy recipe tonight, you guys. So you can see how easy it is to make your own granola. It is so challenging to find granola in the grocery store or cereal in the grocery store that doesn't have sugar in it. It's nearly impossible. And when Drew and I travel, it's one of our most frustrating moments in the grocery store is to find a breakfast cereal or breakfast granola. I mean, even now, like, you see sugar on everything. Isn't it true? Like, when we look for the cereals, like, cane sugar.
It's easier to find muesli.
Yeah, when we travel, we look for muesli. Muesli is different than granola. It's not baked, so it's usually raw. It's not baked, and then they usually don't add the sugar to it. So then that's usually what we go for when we don't have our own homemade. So it's a lot better to make your own granola at home. And like you can see, very few ingredients, easy to mix up, but the time-consuming part is the baking process of it. Will take about an hour. But if you use your timer, Louise, then you can go about doing other things and just, if you're home, just give it a stir every 20 minutes. So
Janice asked if we used sprouted oats.
No, we didn't use sprouted oats, but that's a good idea. Use sprouted oats. We do use nice, higher quality gluten-free oats, but we don't buy sprouted. We haven't bought sprouted oats.
That's right. Okay.
Is that it?
We should wrap things up.
Wrap it up. So just a note that next week there won't be a show, so we're going to get to organizing our next block of shows. But we're going to take a break next week from Cooking with Dorothy. Also, this Friday we're not available for our Friday Q&A, but we'll be back next Friday. On
location.
On location. So we won't see you this Friday. It's going to be a long break, you guys. We won't see you this Friday, and we won't see you on Tuesday next week. But we'll see you that Friday. What is that? The 23rd or something? Does that make sense? Something like that. So it'll be a couple shows here. It'll be over a week before we see you guys live.
That'll be our longest break since we started our live shows. So we're going to take a break from Cooking with Dorothy so that we can get organized for our next segment. And we're going to throw some Christmas recipes at you in the next segment. So it might be a little bit of a shorter segment coming up, but we're going to get that organized for you guys. So a break next Tuesday and then a break this Friday as well. I think that's it, guys. Just a couple of comments here.
Okay.
Vanda says, I've also just tried oat milk. It's delicious.
Oh, yes.
The unsweetened still has a sweetness to it. Yeah, that's surprising. I noticed that too from oat milk, Vanda. I don't know how they do that.
How they get it so sweet?
Yeah. Hilda says, great show, guys. Love you. Good night, everyone. We love you too, Mama. Mm-hmm. Janice says, can't wait. Vanda says, goodbye.
Bye.
I think that's it. Anything else we need tomorrow? A Wednesday night in case anyone's interested?
Yeah, I mentioned at the beginning of the show we have our Healthy Christmas Baking event tomorrow night, 7 to 9, here in Olds at the CLC Fitness Center. So we have a beautiful facility there in the home ec room that we use for our events. So we're very fortunate. There's like 5 kitchens in there in the home ec room. So that's where we'll be. If you want more info, you can message us email us or message us on Facebook, and we'd be happy to give you more details on that. And we'd be happy if you joined us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Tina says, see you tomorrow.
Yay! We're so excited. Tina and Chantel are coming all the way from Edmonton, so we are just so fortunate, so lucky to have them coming down on a weeknight at that to see us and to join in. And not only are they going to do the baking class, but they're going to come to fitness class as well. So super fortunate to have you guys coming down.
And then I just put these 2 links up here again. Cooking with Dorothy, and then our 10 healthy pumpkin recipes.
Yes.
On the page.
Awesome. So subscribe to Cooking with Dorothy if you haven't done so already. And then if you haven't downloaded the 10 quick healthy pumpkin recipes, do that as well.
And stay tuned for Dorothy's Christmas.
Yeah. Stay tuned for we'll probably just name it 10 quick and healthy Christmas recipes and then keep it kind of the same title.
Yeah.
True?
Yep.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We will, when that's ready, we will release that so that you guys have some healthy Christmas baking as well.
Vanda says, have fun tomorrow.
Thanks, Vanda.
And Louise says, good, everyone. I'm guessing you mean good night, Louise. Good night to you.
All right, guys, we will wrap it up, and we'll catch you in a few weeks here. But have a good, Tuesday? Have a great week, and we'll catch you on our next show.
See you guys.
Bye.